Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Limitless being. We're here, you're limitless. Unless you think otherwise. How's everyone? Good, I hope. Let's tap in. Welcome. I'm going to start with a collective read. I hope everyone is doing good. Thank you, the book. Welcome. Let's get some current energy. Okay. So it looks like in the present position, you are taking a leap of faith in a new direction, collective, led by your intuition or it's crossed by it. So maybe you need to listen to your intuition, let it guide you. Something that you intuitively know you need to do is what I'm hearing. I am well, Kelly. Thank you. Okay, so the hoped outcome is Eight of Pentacles. For you to be self-sufficient in something that you're mastering. Could be a project that you're working on, business. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Distant past, you moved away from something that was not satisfying. Moved away from something I'm hearing for mental clarity. Okay. Welcome. More recent past. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages for the collective. More recent. Oh, Seven of Swords. Some type of betrayal or deception happened in the more recent past. We're going to clarify what these cards are. What's the future position? Emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment, success, Nine of Cups. Subconsciously, what's playing out for the collective? Okay. Being very defensive about what you're working towards, your investments. Standing your ground, keeping firm boundaries. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. The strength position for the collective. Thank you, Snow Angel. Hello. Mayana Everett. Welcome. Thank you, sweetheart. Clear messages, strength position. Okay. That you put the hard work in with the Three of Wands here. And you're very patient and observant. Okay. As the opportunities, especially with this Eight of Pentacles as the hoped outcome, something that you're working towards. You're waiting for ships to come in towards you here. Okay. I'm here. I'm waiting for the wheel to turn. Knowing that it's turning in your favor. Keeping boundaries up. To this leap of faith that you're taking. You could have some confusion about what direction, what actions to take with this being crossed by the High Priestess. In a perceived blockage or weakness, it's having equal give and take reciprocity here with a whole bunch of conflict, competition, and overall stability, a union, celebratory energy with the Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Four of Wands. So you feel as though up until this point, there's been a lot of conflict in work, business, connections, your stability, that shared place of joy, and you getting poured into, equal give and take for your efforts. That is a perceived blockage or weakness. Thank you, Spirit. The attitude surrounding the collective is you're in your boss energy with the Emperor and Two of Wands, making a choice to move towards things that fulfill that energy, this Emperor energy. Should you stay? Should you go? Wanting to go in some type of new direction. It looks like you're doing that with this Fool card. You're being led by faith here. In the environment, it looks like that you're being observed as kind of withdrawn in isolation, collective. Going within. You spend a lot of time protecting your energy with the Hermit. Also gaining knowledge, wisdom from your experiences. Maintaining a positive outlook. Yeah, you could feel as though you're on some type of pause from what it is you want to go towards. Okay. And the hopes and the fears for the collective. Thank you. Hola, Orlando. Clear messages, hopes and fears for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Clear messages. Okay. Wanting justice, balance, restoration. Wanting things to be fair. Efforts to be recognized. Conflict to be removed. You're seeking justice in something. And the overall outcome for the collective energy. Thank you. Some type of message or communication about someone, someone you could work with, someone you could have a connection, like a contract with the Hierophant here. Receiving some type of communication or some action someone's trying to take in this final outcome. Let's clarify some of these cards. Six of Cups. This is someone from your past. Someone you know quite well, collective. At some point you could have had nostalgic memories, or they have memories, nostalgic memories of you. Yeah. Some type of connection with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Clarify the Fool card for the collective. What's this leap of faith they're being guided to take? They have the courage to move forward. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify the Fool. Clear messages. After some type of healing, going towards your star, your north node here, which is very challenging but rewarding. Okay. This is having inner clarity about where you belong. Having faith. Can I have one more? The Fool and the Star, they're both very inspiring cards. Wow. After some type of conflict or disagreement, moving forward from it. With the Five of Swords coming out. Someone wanting to bully the collective, intimidate you, some type of unfair defeat. They want to win at all costs. Okay. Very, confirmation, very competitive. Could be a fire sign or someone in that energy. King of Wands. Okay. You also are showing up in a King of Wands energy. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up. You're taking control of the situation. Natural born leader here. What is this Five of Swords? Making a decision to move forward. Yeah, taking that first step. Choosing your path, having clarity about what direction you want to go in. Why is this being crossed by the High Priestess for the collective? Justice coming out on the fence. You're definitely seeking justice in something that's in your hopes and fears. About emotional fulfillment, someone you can have a family with. Someone in your family. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. Seeking emotional stability overall, collective. What are these that fell out? Being in a stable position. Very proactive. Okay. Good business sense. And this conflict keeps playing out. Somebody wants to betray you, hurt you. I'm hearing attack your confidence, this happiness, this new beginning. You got the Sun, the King of Pentacles, the Five of Wands again, and the Three of Swords. Justice for you would be failure for someone else, is the energy I'm picking up. You have a happy new beginning here. Something very positive. You could still be healing from some type of conflict or betrayal. This hoped outcome, we have an Eight of Pentacles. Something you're working hard on, you're mastering. It could be something that you put a lot of work into over time. Projects that could have taken off and got delayed. We have the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups. Okay. You dealt with some type of sadness, whatever this Eight of Pentacles is. Okay. Work, business, projects. You never gave up though, collective. All right. Something that brings you pleasure and comfort. Can I get anything else on this Eight of Pentacles? Yeah, you're manifesting this. You have everything that you need, Spirit is saying, with the Magician coming out. Okay. You have the resources. Your passion, your desire is there to bring this into fruition instead of just being in the hoped outcome. Somebody is working hard to keep this from the collective for whatever reason. Six of Swords in the more distant past. You moved away and put boundaries up. Clarifying this Six of Swords in the more distant past. Okay, you stood your ground against someone. What was this? This brought, okay, you called judgment on the situation. Okay. What happened in the more distant past for the collective? Could have been a friend group, a community, group of people you moved away from. Some people that you felt were a support system. Excuse me, confirmation. Many cycles. It could have had you down but not out. You persevered and pushed through. And still, in the more recent past, it looks like deceptive energy was still at play. What's the Seven of Swords? Thank you. Wow. Manipulating a situation, coming in and not even acting as though there was sincere support, love for you. It came out on the fence with this Knight of Cups to keep you in a perpetual state of anxiety and stress. Whatever this manipulation is. Telling you one thing, actions not measuring up. What is this? This is building character. You endured things that you may have thought at one point you couldn't get over or heal from, push through. But you're showing up with the Fool card, taking a leap of faith. Divinely guided and protected. You have a strong intuition that you're looking to for clarity and direction. And you're fierce, okay? Confident, very independent. King or Queen of Wands energy. Anything else in this more recent past? It could have been someone that came in very romantic towards you. Okay. and wanted to destabilize. Nine of Pentacles coming out and on the fence here. You're very self-sufficient, okay? Successful. Financially independent. You don't have a problem with moving forward away from something for your justice, collective. And once again, it's like a repeating cycle. We have a Six of Swords in the past, more recent, distant past. Also showing up in the more recent. You moved on again, okay? Keeping your eye on the prize, looking out into the horizon, waiting for things to work out, to balance out. Going through a period of pause, surrendering. As you persevere. In the future position, we have a Nine of Cups. Receiving emotional fulfillment. Happiness. Okay. Yep. Passionate new spark from the divine and a completion with the World card. Okay. With all this playing out and still showing up in that final outcome, you definitely could be ruled by Saturn. You could be Aquarius, Capricorn, or have it highly aspected in your chart, collective. But there are new growth potential opportunities happening as this cycle closes. Okay, you're evolving. There is fulfillment in that future position. Anything else for the collective? Future position energy. Thank you, Spirit. In a union. Beautiful. Some type of partnership. We'll see what that is. Subconsciously, the collective is very defensive. They have strong boundaries up against what they're working towards. Waiting for things to manifest. Very passionate. Very wise. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles coming out again. With a Hermit and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Something that you're putting a lot of hard work into. If I can pick this up. This is clarifying your defenses being up, your boundaries being in place as you work hard. Okay. Seven of Pentacles out here again. Very wise. Okay. Passionate. Driven. Fearless. Forward progression despite what you've been through. Thank you, Spirit. Your strength position, you know when to walk away. Eight of Cups. Okay. When you are experiencing any type of poverty. Okay. And observe. Poverty as far as emotional unfulfillment, financial lack. When you're being shut out in the cold, you disconnect. Okay. And you observe. You don't drop down to this lower vibrational energy that's playing out in this reading. You take a higher stance, for balance. You have a very even temperament. Okay. Temperance angel coming out here. You could have, very courageous, strong here, wise. Beautiful. In the perceived blockage or weakness, we have conflict, competition, being breadcrumb, not receiving the amount of energy that you put out, being reciprocated, instability. Somewhere that you feel safe, celebrated, happy. And let's see who this Queen of Wands is that came out. What's the Queen of Wands in this position? Thank you, Spirit. Someone trying to attack your confidence. Truth, clarity, breakthrough with the Hierophant. It could be someone working in the Shadows Collective. Someone you had a connection with this Hierophant. This could also be in business. Someone very toxic. To have you destabilized and dealing with conflict continuously, not receiving equal give and take here. This is fulfilling to whatever this toxic energy is that's playing out. You're showing up very nurturing and loving. This could be a Queen of Wands energy doing this. Male or female, okay? Somebody that wants to command the attention that you naturally exude, collective. What is, you want the truth to come out. Thank you, Spirit, with this Ace of Swords. Anything else on this? Yeah, this person is gossiping. We have a Page of Swords coming out in reverse. Spying, gossiping. Very sarcastic and cynical energy. All this hard work that you're putting in, this could have to do with some type of promotion or business contracts, and or love interests. Anything else? Person's very toxic, greedy, envious, with the Devil card. Thank you. So you feel as though the blockage is you maintaining mental clarity through this, King of Swords. Don't get distracted by this energy. Like I said, your strength position is that you can observe and emotionally disconnect when need be, okay, and maintain balance. Yeah, this person could come in as though they're caring, they're nurturing, they're sincere towards you, but they're not, collective. They want what you have. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out and the attitude that is surrounding the collective. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Stuck in a karmic cycle, dealing with unwelcome changes and surrendering. You're on the fence on whether you should stay in this environment or leave. Spirit is saying go ahead and take that leap of faith. Okay. Away from whatever this is. You're a natural born leader. Someone is working hard. Five of Swords. Okay. To slander. For you to lose opportunities. You're a healer. Very healing energy. Stepping into your North Node, collective. Thank you. Yeah. The Chariot is here. So instead of repeating karmic cycles, you're moving forward. You're taking action, okay? Working towards your goals, surrendering to this. Not about to repeat a karmic cycle with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Why? Can I get one more on why this Wheel of Fortune is coming out like that? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, towards your emotional renewal and fulfillment. Happiness. This could be someone in a leadership position. They have some type of authority over a situation you're involved with. Could be a boss. For some of you, it could be a father figure. Someone that you have children with. Wow. They're under divine judgment here for betrayal. Seven of Swords to the Judgment. Yeah, move out of the way. Let the universe do what it has to do to reset this, collective. Continue to persevere. Thank you, Spirit. In the environment, it looks like you're very wise. You spend a lot of time alone, recuperating from these negative energies. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. That's too many. Four of Cups did come out upright, though. Contemplating. In the Hangman position. So you can gain enlightenment over this situation. What is the lesson? That's what you're asking yourself. You're asking the universe. What is the lesson, Spirit, in this? And not fulfilled. Okay, very discontent. Thank you, Spirit. Regarding work, business, your projects. Okay. This is how you're perceived in the environment. Thank you, Spirit. In hopes and fears, we have justice coming in quick. Okay. Very focused. You could be somewhat of a perfectionist, collective, but you are very logical and strategic to assume this justice that you know is well deserved. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify justice. Venus energy, balance coming in, harmony, love. Okay, we have a Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse. Justice against someone who is very selfish, envious of you. Okay, creating conflict, work, home. Wow. Insecure and greedy, wanting reward without effort. Yeah, with the Moon card, doing this in the shadows. This person is a coward. They want what you have, collective. Ridiculous. Okay, final outcome, we have a Page of Wands. Some type of action, movement, news towards a Five of Swords and a Hierophant energy. Seven of Cups. Some type of message about illusions that were created. Things to cloud your judgment or to cloud the perception of you. What's the Five of Swords in this final outcome? So it looks like things are being cleared up. Yeah. Being exposed. You're able to take that leap of faith. New beginnings. With the Fool coming out in the final outcome as it started the reading in the present energy. This causes a tower, a reset. And whatever this is, be this work, a connection, a family, home and work is coming out in the reading. A reset. And you're able to take this leap of faith. So clarity around this deceptive energy. Thank you, Spirit. And you maintaining your strength and your courage, your endurance, okay? To keep persevering towards your goals. Coming from a place of integrity, all right? Again, somebody very possessive and controlling. Trying to play God in your life. Anything else in this final outcome? Thank you, Spirit. Emperor in reverse. So they're showing their true self now. So the attitude that they're exuding is so they're confident, they're a leader, they're protective, you know, they have all the answers. But in the final outcome, they're being seen for who they are and the deceptive tactics that are playing out throughout this reading. As you're working hard, healing, going within, abstaining from interacting. Wow. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Continue to persevere. Okay. Hard work, very grounded, conservative, practical. All right. Slow and steady, very stoic. Beautiful. Let's get a vibe around these energies. What is it, Spirit? Person, okay, they want to trap you. You're recharging. This person's in a low vibration. Okay, this is where they're comfortable. South Node energy. Unhealed energy. Clarify this Five of Swords that keeps playing out from different decks throughout the reading. Wanting to win at all costs here. Thank you. Wanting you in isolation, wanting you to be rejected, not receive certain opportunities. Someone that you blocked, you cut off. There's no communication. You removed your energy. You have nothing to say to this energy. Okay. Someone you could have been very mentoring, giving a lot of love and nurturing energy towards at one point. Until they showed themselves. Thank you, Spirit. A lot came out crossing your new beginning. You taking a leap of faith, okay? We had the High Priestess come out, Justice, a Ten of Cups. Wanting justice, balance, in a family connection or dynamic. Things being illuminated that opens your pathway up. What's this King of Pentacles with the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords? Crossing this new beginning, this leap of faith for the collective. You could have worries on how this is going to play out. Waves of emotion coming up to be processed. Could leave you exhausted, dealing with someone who is stuck in their old ways, in their south node. They're very clingy. They can't let go. You may feel as though you can't shake this energy. Anything else? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is saying to keep your vibration high. Okay. Stay present. You're going through a healing, a transformation. Just be aware of that. Don't let this energy bring you down. Focus on happiness, joy, and healing. Activities, people, places, things that bring that energy into your being. Keep your boundaries up. Continue to move on away from this energy. In this final outcome, they don't want this cycle. It's just somebody stuck in their lower nature here. Very like instant gratification, thrill seeking. They have addiction issues, okay? Stuck, trapped in some type of continuous negative cycle, making bad choices. You have a new beginning coming in, collective, in this future position that is going to be emotionally fulfilling. I'm hearing lucrative opportunities as well, okay? And someone does not want to see you in that energy. They don't want to see that for you. So they're playing their part. You continue to play your part, collective. Thank you. Anything else for this final outcome or this future outcome for the collective? That's it. Spirit said that's it. Okay. Subconsciously, you have the Seven of Pentacles out here twice. The Hermit, very wise. Okay. You listen to your inner guidance. You enjoy being alone. You could be withdrawn with firm boundaries up. Anything on that energy? Subconsciously for the collective? So that you can recharge. So that you can gather your thoughts. Breathe and let go. Clear your mind. Came out in reverse. Why in reverse? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit is saying to let go of, return the energy to its rightful owner. Don't take it on. Someone that you had a connection with. Okay. Wow. Stay in that hopeful, inspired, optimistic, successful energy, collective. Continue to do what it is that you're doing. Okay. For this perceived blockage, it's a lot that came out here. Someone doesn't want the truth to come out for you to have a breakthrough. You could feel as though that's a blockage. You have instability, a place where you feel safe, celebrated, to get away from conflict, competition, and things to be balanced in your life. Mental clarity around all of this. This is a perceived blockage against someone very toxic. Someone that you separated from. You could have divorced for some of you. Okay. Ghosted. You put distance. They burned a bridge. You don't trust them, nor should you. They could have turned their back on you at a time when you thought you needed them. And you had a realization. Okay, doing self-reflection. Tap into your talents, your abilities. Okay. You got this Emperor coming out, showing their true self, coming out as an Emperor in reverse in that final outcome. But currently they're pretending to be someone in a leadership position, while behind your back trying to betray you. Okay. Judgment is being called on this situation. This is definitely a masculine energy. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Who, from what I can see, is experiencing negative karma with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They don't want to be seen for their true self with the psychopath in reverse. This person is very abusive, okay? Unpredictable, deceptive, conniving, abusive. They're stressed out now. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Knowing that they may owe you some type of apology, but they want to escape responsibility. Coming out as a runner with the apology card. Accept the apology you never received and continue to move forward, collective. You know, from a soul perspective, they may want to apologize. They know they're wrong, but from an ego perspective, I'm picking up narcissistic energy. They're unable to do that. Yeah. You stood up, you cut ties. They don't like that. This person wants this false sense of control. Okay? You took your power, your freedom back. They could say that you're emotionally unstable in your feelings, being antisocial. You have continued, yes, to keep firm boundaries. You have divine protection, all right? They cause a lot of delays in your life, in your career, opportunities, and you see them for who they are. This person is disrespectful. You had enough. Defending yourself, that came out throughout the reading. And you have divine protection from harm. In this hopes and fears, we have the Justice card. You strategically moving forward, ambitious, focused, driven, okay? Against someone who is experiencing financial issues as well. Yeah, they're suffering in silence and very bitter about it, okay? They don't like karma. Thank you, Spirit. In this final outcome, some type of message, clarity, truth coming out behind illusions that were created, that this person is very toxic, okay, and envious of the collective. Envious against you having the courage to take leaps of faith, to protect yourself, to hold back. There's a tower happening. Thank you, Spirit. What is the tower with this Hierophant and the Five of Swords? They're going to experience stagnation. The same energy with all these projections, flying monkeys, people that they recruited to work against you to carry out some type of narrative or goal. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Leaving them puzzled and confused, stagnant in their toxic energy. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else for this final outcome with the collective? Clear messages. That's right. You don't need the apology. Nothing else? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Bottom of the deck. This person's delusional. Okay. Their hopes and dreams are crashing down. Their head is in the clouds. Okay. Spend a lot of time trying to create situations. Wow, that is so beautiful when it pops up. Thank you, Amy Eagle RN. I appreciate you. I love that galaxy. Yeah, this person is delusional. Time to take a vacation, okay? Definitely could have been someone that you had a love affair with. Some type of connection at one point. That just does not want to leave your energy, collective. Wow. They're dealing with legal issues and the consequences for their actions, okay? And this is affecting their wealth, their stability, their security. Meantime, you're focused on your dreams, your aspirations, all the possibilities. You're limitless, okay? They'll persist with the rumors and the gossip and being nosy as they drown in their emotions and hit rock bottom because their mask slipped off. Okay. I'm hearing they don't know your spiritual rank, collective. They know now. So this person wanted your energy as well as the energy they're already connected to. They have a family, okay? They're a narcissist, very insecure, guarded, and trapped in some type of unhealthy family dynamic. And you're going through a glow up. Beautiful. Continue to move forward, collective. Let's get a closing message for the collective. This is beautiful. Stressful, but beautiful energy. Let's see. I haven't used this one in a while. Clear messages for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Amy Eagle RN. I put a message up for the members here on TikTok. Check it out. I'm gonna upload more to that. I appreciate you and your support. To all the members that are there. I think I have 4 now. Life purpose, okay? Seek your own deeper vision for life. So yeah, you're definitely stepping into your purpose. All right. Very wise, and also always trying to find that deeper meaning in everything. That why is this happening? What is the lesson, Spirit? Life purpose. Clear messages for the collective. Self-creation, okay. Be the author of your own life. You realize that you're creating your reality. Situations could arise for energies that once inhabited your being to be released. So they are reflected to you in your reality by people who are unhealed like this, okay? You can create whatever you want. Be the author of your own life. You have balanced life. Love seeks your well-being. So what you're seeking is seeking you, okay? Yes. This is beautiful. Happy life. Live a less guarded life, right? So be more present. You know, once you heal, it'll be easier to release this. You know, the waves of emotions that come and go, just observe them. You're not your thoughts or your emotions. You're the observer of them. So let them come up. They're valid. And then release them. Okay? To have happiness, balance. The last one we got out was wine, or fine wine. Okay? Longing in the portal of wholeness. You're getting better with time. Aging like fine wine. This is not taking anything from you. That beauty within that exudes on the outside. Okay, so if you're worried about it, don't be. You're like fine wine here. At the bottom of the deck, we have surrender with joy. Okay. Achieve greatness through surrendering. Yes. All suffering is attachment. What we're attached to. So you realize that when you release everything, you gain everything. Those things that we want the most seem to elude us, like, until you surrender. And then they just come right on in. Collective, I hope this reading was helpful. It resonated for someone, and I appreciate you for being here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I love you all. Have a grand rising. You're welcome. Okay. Bye.